There's a nice little youngster getting, that's him. Just feeding away there. Good morning, Bill. Good morning from Juma and Arathusa and Safari Live. And Bill, you're in Wisconsin, and you like to know whether different species of monkeys mingle as they work together or live together, and do they interbreed? The answer to that is definitely no. They definitely don't interbreed, but you may have baboons potentially feeding or foraging along the savannah or open grassland with a troop of vervet monkeys close by, Bill. So that does happen. I've seen that several times all over different parts of Africa. If you go up into Uganda and equatorial Africa, you start to get different species of monkeys cohabitating the forest together because there's many more species. Let me just move up a little bit for Veer. Give him a better shot here. This little baby is quite beautiful. There you go, my boy. Oh, I'll go a little bit further for you, mate. Oh, is he good there? That's good. Okay. These are very comfortable with us this morning, folks. I seem to be the man that's gone on to small mammals. We've got our little dwarf mongoose yesterday and our monkeys today, so it really is great to see that, you can find fascinating animals all throughout the bush. It doesn't just have to be all our big cats, which we do love. Of course we do. We go out on a mission to find our cats and our predators, but these things are definitely worth stopping at because they have a major role as well in the ecosystem and the habitats that we're in. So Bill, to answer your question properly, they don't interbreed. What they do is cohabitate sometimes. In where we are, you'll find baboons potentially feeding alongside our vervets, but they'll keep an eye on each other. They won't go too close to each other. And then up in equatorial Africa, you get a greater concentration of species where you get apes and monkeys. Okay, did you hear that? That was a little vocalization. I'm not sure whether it was a male chasing a female or it was it didn't sound like a alarm call. This little one up in right in our frame now would be scurrying for cover back to his mama, if that was the case. I love how they can just sort of sit there and balance up that high. Really great creatures. So Bill, thanks for your question. We've got a question from Judy in London. Welcome, Judy, and I hope the sun is shining there for you at the moment, my friend. I'll be back there next week. It's where I'm based. And your question is a great one, Judy. I've skirted around this question because I was wondering if someone had asked. Right, okay, let's get straight to the point. Vervet monkeys have an incredibly... your question actually is, why do they have such a bright blue undercarriage? So, folks, I'm sure we can understand what we're talking about there. Yes, they do have a very bright blue area of their body which they use as a display to show their dominance, I suppose, to other males, and it's a display area. Very, very bright blue. Extraordinary, actually, for a mammal to have that blue. It's a turquoise blue colour. That is a display area for them to ward off other males and just look as big as tough as possible. And they do use that. They will sit with that undercarriage on display many a time. Males definitely do use that, and it's quite incredible to see because you really don't expect it. You see this sort of quite dull grey, dusky sort of colour with a black face, and then there's this amazing blue undercarriage. And Judy, I do love how you've used that. It's very British, and I do like that the undercarriage is quite blue. Yeah, so that's what they use it for. And I think we'll move on. Thank you very much for your question, because it's a question I always get asked. Whenever I did a story in South Africa up near the Zimbabwe border years ago on vervet monkeys, and they are a species that has been persecuted for many years. They can become a great pest to farmers, and that whole conversation, that whole topic is another debate in itself. But there was a man up there that was rehabilitating vervet monkeys that had been orphaned, and yeah, it was pretty hard to get away from having the blue undercarriage in shot, but it serves a purpose, and we wouldn't have more vervet monkeys without it. Shall we move on? Thank you for your question, Judy. Fantastic, and I hope London's shining.